Hello, good night, good afternoon, depending on what time you're seeing this video. Please, quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purpose only, not financial advice. Trading involves risk, so you gotta risk accordingly. And future current performance doesn't guarantee future result. Now, with that being said, today I'll be going over a trade that was taken this current week, or I should say this. I don't know how to phrase it because it depends on when you see this content. But I'm showing you a trade that I took on let's see which day was it. This was on Monday. And also I'm gonna give you another cherry pick chart which played out for an entire 10 hour. So we're gonna put price in replay for a little bit. So that's out of the way. Gonna close that. Okay. So on my chart, you can see I have visual entry, and I also have the buffer entry as well. So with this tool, it requires two entry model, the visual entry, and that 8.5 pip buffer. So depending on how you risk, you would cut your risk into half. So for me, I would risk 1%. So being that I have two entry, which is the visual entry and the 8.5 pip buffer. So the visual entry, I am gonna risk 0.5%, and 8.5 pip buffer entry, I am gonna risk 0.5%. So in total, that would be 1%. So if the visual entry lose, you're gonna lose half of 1%, which is 0.5. And if the 8.5 pip buffer lose as well, you're gonna lose a total of 1%. So for context, talking about dollar, you're risking $100 and you would split that $100 into two. So each position will value $50. Return, I am not going to talk about return. This is for educational purpose. I will be using R multiple rather than dollar amount. So for this trade, it played out for a total of 5R right there. That's where I got out. And you can see it extend for 8 hours. So I could have capitalized on more, but unfortunately I didn't. Now, with the system, it is designed for you to capitalize on two types of setup. So whenever you get an heads up for a asset, whether it's for buy or for sell, you're gonna have a fixed stop, a fixed take profit. So we're going right there. So the green area is your exit point for gain. So in this case, you would go for a 10R. So my fixed stop and my fixed take profit would be 75 pip for my fixed stop. That's 7 pip. And my fixed take profit would be 750. That's 75 pip. So I'm risking 7 pip to gain 75 pip at all time. So being that this trade, it was taken at the visual, not visual, the 8.5 pip buffer, I would have take price all the way up there, and that would give me a total of 11R. So what does R mean? I risk 1% of my capital, and in return, I get 11x. So if we would do dollar amount, risk 100, you would make 1,1100 in return. So I'm gonna leave it there for a little while so you could soak it up and make sure you guys could see. So again, we have the visual entry right here, which is the white line, and the red line would be the stop. The green line would be the take profit. And to measure your 8.5 pip buffer entry, you take your price range tool, and from the visual entry, you're gonna measure that 8.5 pip buffer just like this. So right there, that is the 8.5 pip buffer. So that would be your entry. So whenever I place a trade, I would put a buy limit at the visual at the 8.5 pip buffer. I don't know why I keep on messing up. And I would mark it execute at that visual entry. So that's it. Now I'm gonna move on to cherry pick chart that played out for the 10 hour. So currently we're on GBP USD. So GBP USD is one of the assets that performs very well. So I don't think I have to go over that much because I am gonna say you guys understand. So for this trade, it was the 8.5 pip buffer entry, I think. So let's see. Yeah, it is. So 8.5 pip buffer entry. Did I take this one? Yes, I did. I did take this one as well. So 8.5 pip buffer, and then you would enter. You could see it went for a total of 10R. And I think it extend, but it didn't hit the final take profit right there. Would have been 23R. So that's the cherry pick chart. Um, where is it? Right here. You can see, we entered there. That would have been a 10R trade as well. So remember I was telling you it has two types of entry. So for someone that trades with a bigger stop and you don't want to use a 10 pip stop, it already has fixed stop, like I said. So you have that red line showing you where you should place your stop, where you should exit. So in this case, instead of getting a 1 to 10, you will now receive a 1 to 5. So right there, that would be a 1 to 5 trade. So if you don't want to take a 1 to 10, you want to have a bigger stop rather than a tighter stop, you get a 1 to 5. And that's about it for the entry of the tool.